What's the story, guys? I'm Hollow Gamer, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a GTA Online, my top 5 favourite cars. So this is going to be the top 5 cars that I think are the best to drive, to race, to do everything, to play missions with. They're my top 5, so this is like personal opinion, so I can't be wrong. So tell me in the comments below, guys, what's your top 5, and then we'll see, like, of all the people that comment, which cars are the most popular, you know what I mean? I'm hoping it's not going to be like a fucking Chrome Adder or something like that, because Adders are pretty, they're okay, but they're not great, you know what I mean? They don't drive too well, in my opinion, obviously. But I'm going to get into this list now, and it's going to be top 5 cars, and I'm going to start up a couple of new episodes or new series where I'm going to go through kind of like top 5 GTA 5 cars in different kind of categories, maybe like sports and stuff like that, you know what I mean, my personal preference, and maybe even cars that perform the best. So we're going to start off straight away and get into this car number 5, which is going to be the Sentinel XS from Ubermark, I think it's called. And you know, this is based on a BMW M3 or a version like that, an M series, and there's 2 versions of this car. You can get the hard top, which is a convertible, and you can get the Sentinel XS, which is it's not a convertible, it's a hard top carbon fiber roof, but it's got a lot better mods and has a roll cage and everything in it. And it's really up to you guys which one you think are better. I think they both perform the exact same, despite one being obviously the sports version and one just being like a convertible one, kind of like a hatchback. But they both perform pretty well, and they're a pretty good car to drive, and I really do enjoy driving them around the city. They look really good, especially when you can do the 2 colour tones, like you can do a colour on the side and a colour on the roof. And I was kind of on the edge about which one is better, you know what I mean? The convertible is really nice because you got that amazing hardtop convertible, but then the XS, like as you can see here, this is the XS version I'm showing you right now, has really nice mods, has a roll cage in it, and really nice front and rear bumpers, which you can't get on the other version of the car. But, you know what I mean, definitely my top 5, my 5th favourite car to drive in GTA 5 Online. And now we're into number 4. And number 4 is going to be the quite rare Phoenix. And this is a really nice muscle car. And one of the main reasons I like to drive it is just because of how it looks. The massive spoiler on the back there, it looks amazing. And other than that, it's got the big twin cam thing in the centre there, the bug catcher I think it's called. And it's got a little glass roof as well, which is pretty cool, so you can see straight in. And other than that, it's got a lot, because it is a high-powered muscle car when it's fully modded up. It's got so much power in those rear wheels, it spins all over the place, which can be fun to drive, spinning the wheels out round corners. Cause you can kind of drift it, even though you can't really drift cars too well in GTA 5. But you can kind of drift it round corners because it's got so much kind of horsepower in those back tyres. And it's a really fun car to drive. I really do like it. Just the looks of it are amazing. And you know, I mean, number 4 could have got higher on my list. Probably not, because its speed is not as good as I'd want it, really. You know what I mean? You'd want it to be a lot faster to get higher. But it's definitely one of the more enjoyable cars to drive, you know what I mean? Definitely with the handling. The handling is so bad, but it's so bad it makes it good. You know what I mean? It makes it enjoyable that it slides out around every single corner. As we see in a bit of cinematic mode here, driving through traffic and stuff. Some of the angles here look lovely. I wish it wasn't so hard to drive in cinematic. I love looking at it like this, but it's so hard to drive. I nearly end up crashing every time I do it. And yeah, that's going to be the end of the Phoenix. Moving on to number 3 now. And number 3 is going to be the Sultan RS. It is a rare car in its own right, and it is the first ever video I did on my YouTube channel is about how to find a Sultan RS. And this is a clip from it, actually, and this is definitely my favourite car to get. Once I found it on like the second day or the first day of GTA 5 Online, it's been in my garage ever since, and sometimes I've even had 2 of them, and it's just such a fun car to drive. 4-wheel drive, really good speed, 4 doors, amazing mods. It's got the best like body modifications of all the cars, really. And when it's done up to the full with turbo, with the engine transmissions replaced, and it's just a really fast car, and it just looks so good. And like, this is my favourite car for doing missions and stuff. It's just amazing to drive around, and I definitely would recommend anyone to put a Sultan in their garage. Everyone needs to have one of these bad boys in their garage because they are that good. And 4 doors and everything, like, you know what I mean? It's amazing for doing missions. Fast, strong, can go off-road as well as on-road. Its off-roading is actually really good, really underrated because of that 4-wheel drive. And yeah, definitely get number 3. I was even thinking about putting it number 2, but we're moving on to number 2 now. And number 2 is going to be the Karen Futo, and this is Another really nice car, really good mods. It's kind of like a tuner car, you know what I mean? It's got the rally kind of parts you can put on it. I know the one I'm showing you right now here doesn't look that good. I'm not great at picking out paint colours and stuff. Some of them look pretty bad. But I think this one looks okay. You know, it's not amazing, but we're going to take it out for a spin as well. And this car it's really nice. I really love to drive it, mainly because it's the only car in GTA 5 Online that you can actually drift with, because the back spins out of it really easily. So it's probably the only car you can actually like fully drift with. And I'm not a great drifter, as you can see watching this clip. I failed to do a few drifts there, but it's a really good car, and I advise you guys, you know what I mean, if you like drifting, you like just cruising around in cars and online sessions and stuff, this is definitely the car for you. And it can be customized so many different ways, so you can still make it a really unique car to you. And obviously putting on your crew symbol and stuff like that, it can just kind of personalize it a little bit more. And definitely, as I'm going to show you a lot of clips of it here, because it was such a good car to drive, and fully upgraded as well. It is really fast. Like, it's probably slightly slower than the Sultan, and obviously the handling is much worse because it sticks its ass out every time it goes around a corner. But with this car, that's a good thing, you know what I mean? You want it to be flying out every corner. Look at this drift here, that was a nice little drift. I finally got one, a pretty decent one there. And it is a really nice car just to drive around. And, you know, as I said in the other cars, definitely suggest you guys going out and getting this, because it's definitely worth it. As I start doing donuts like a little boy racer out in the middle of the road, and I'm showing you a lot of clips of it, because, you know what I mean, I'm trying to get you guys to see how good it is and how, you know what I mean, you guys can get it. And it's not really a hard car to find. I don't think I've even done a video on how to find it, because it's not that hard to find. It can be found anywhere in the city, all around, anytime during the day, and it's just a really nice car. And I just want to know, how many of you guys drive the Futo? Because I don't think it's that common of a car. You don't see that many people driving it online. Maybe because it's a bit slow, and maybe people don't know about it being like a good drift car. I don't know, it's just a really uncommon car. You obviously see people in, you know what I mean, people drive, I think people overuse supercars, think they're like the be all and end all, when there's a lot of cars you can get for cheap that are probably better to drive. I'd say this is more fun than driving any supercar. There's no supercar that like drives like this that can do as much drifting, and you can't enjoy a supercar as much as you can enjoy this. So I definitely advise you, you know, if you've got a spot in your garage free, you don't know what car to put in it, you're fed up with supercars, you've got no cash, go out, buy a Futo, put 2 upgrades in it, probably cost you 60 grand, and you have a really fun car that's pretty fast. And, you know what I mean, it's only 2-door, but it's so fun, you can drive it all over the town, and I definitely advise it. Now we're going to move on to that number 1 spot, and the number 1 has to go to my favourite car in the game, the rarest car in the game, the Tailgater. This is Michael's car from career mode, or story mode, sorry. And a lot of you guys be like, oh, the Tailgater, this car's rubbish, it's not even fast. And I'm like, yeah, it's not really fast, but it's just about the looks. I think it looks like the best car in the game. It's just so sleek. Look at it here, it just looks top quality, and kind of reminds me of the Transporter films, even though the films fucking sucked. But, you know what I mean, or like the Audi in it, and, you know, there's a lot of movies out there with the Audi as the, you know what I mean, the car they race in, because it's such a nice little car. Is Audi in the movie Driver? What car does he drive in Driver? I'm not too sure. It could be an Audi as well, actually. But this car is just sick. I love it. I love everything about it. And it's highly moddable, like all the other cars we've done so far. You know what I mean, it's got a lot of mods you can do. You can even put a roof rack on it. There's plenty of different grills you can put on it. You can put on side skirts and everything. So it's quite modified, you know what I mean? You can mod it quite a lot. So you can mod it quite a lot for a sedan class, which it is. So it's in a sedan class. So if you want to do some sedan races online as well, definitely pick this car up. So guys, don't forget to tell me in the comments. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of this video. Don't forget to tell me in the comments below what's your top 5 cars in GTA 5 Online, and give me some suggestions for other top 5 car lists that I'm going to do in the future. So if you guys have any suggestions of ones you might think are good, like top 5 convertibles or top 5 supercars or something like that, you know what I mean, I'm going to come up with them myself. But if any ones you specifically want to see, make sure you tell me in the comments, because I do read all the comments and I do comment back most of the time, as long as you're not saying anything ridiculously stupid. And if you do say something like that, I'll just comment back anyway. So until next time guys, thanks for watching the video, and make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Good luck.